Hello everyone, thank you for checking out my video today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. Today we have a very cool video here showing you two different Rab Ascender Series fleece jackets. So Rab makes 4 different fleeces in their Ascender series, and I have broken up 2 videos. This video is going to be part 2, all about the Ascender Pro fleece and the Ascender Summit fleece. Now, video part 1 talks about the Ascender fleece and the Ascender lightweight fleece. So I've broken them up into 2 separate videos simply because the standard Ascender fleece and the Ascender light in part 1 are very similar to each other, just lighter weight. These two are definitely going to be much more technical and have a lot more features. So I want to do this part 2 video specifically about these 2 jackets, what they're all about, and how they are very different from one another, because they really are. Alright, so let's dive into this here. My part 2 video on the Rab Ascender Fleeces. So let's start off with this one. This is the Ascender Pro. Now this fleece here is very unique. It's a really cool fleece. It actually, to me, is very much like a soft shell combined with a fleece. All right, it definitely has a soft shell vibe to it, no doubt about it. And this fleece can be worn either way. It can be worn as a fleece jacket, or it can be worn as an outer layer, as a soft shell, perhaps for climbing. So a great mid-layer, you can take this thing hiking, you can go on, expeditions, you can wear this climbing. Absolutely, it's a great fleece for climbing, as it's very durable, it's very stretchy, and it's going to be wind resistant as well. But it's also going to be a nice piece for ski touring. So a really versatile fleece here. All right, so let's dive into this. Now the fabric here is really kind of cool. They use what's called a Thermic Pro fleece, and it's provides a high level of wind resistance and durability while retaining its softness, and there's a lot of stretch on here, okay? So definitely a great piece if you're doing a lot of movement. This thing is not going to restrict you in any way. It has a body mapped system here, which means that it has fleece in certain areas to help keep you warm, and then it has areas that do not have the fleece, where it's just a fabric that provides more breathability, such as under the arms here and on the back. Okay, so very cool. I mean, definitely really nice. I think the highlight with this jacket is going to be simply its flexibility, right? Its ability to stretch, its ability to block the wind, and it's a great thermal layer as well with this nice soft grid fleece on the inside. Just a little stretchy cuff here around, your wrists. Nothing fancy. Again, we're trying to keep some lighter weight here. It has a little stretch band here along the bottom. There is one pull cord adjustment here on the bottom. That's going to be great just to cinch up the hem here around your waist, keep that cold air out. It also has 2 nice chest pockets up here. So definitely nice big pockets that are going to provide you plenty of room. So whether you're climbing, perhaps you're skiing, you want to stick your skins in here or something, you have room to do that. These are going to be really nice pockets. Now, what's also really cool about these pockets is they are mesh lined on the inside. So let me zip this up. On the inside here, you can see this mesh. So that also acts as a vent to relieve some heat inside the jacket. So if you're wearing this and you're doing some high output activities and you're building up heat, you can open up these pockets here and help vent some of that air out or allow some cooler air in. So again, a really nice feature. This also has a really nice big zipper pull here. So if you are wearing gloves, right? If you are skiing, or climbing. If you're ice climbing, you're in cold conditions or something and you're wearing gloves, you have a nice zipper pull here to help, zip this up and unzip it. So very cool. Now the hood fits really nice. It has a mapped fabric here on top as well. The top of the hood is just the plain fabric, again very stretchy, where around the sides we have that fleece, that grid fleece here on the sides. So it's definitely really nice. So if you are wearing a helmet, if you're going to be climbing and you're wearing a helmet, your helmet is going to go on over the top of this hood. So it's kind of nice because the top of the hood here is where your helmet will be, is just a thin, breathable, lightweight fabric. Whereas the sides here by your ears under your helmet is going to have that grid fleece inside of it. So really nice, features here. Again, this is a nice durable fabric. It kind of feels almost rubbery. Well, it's not rubbery, but just the fact that it's very stretchy. And it's a pretty lightweight fleece. Now, let me just take this off real quick. I can show you what it looks like inside. I know I have some pictures up in the back here, but just to give you an idea. So you can see here on the back panel of the jacket, it is just that stretchy fabric. And then the fleece fabric here comes in over the shoulders, okay, down the arms. And then under the arms, it has just that plain fabric too for more breathability. And it basically runs from, say, here, halfway down your arm. So the whole underarm is just a plain fabric. So really nice fleece here. So let me weigh this for you, give you an idea what this weighs. Now, I am 6'2", between 210, 215 pounds. This is a size extra large. And this jacket here is going to weigh 380 grams in a size extra large. Okay, so that gives you a good idea of the Ascender Pro. Again, a really nice jacket. Now this is going to have a regular fit. So basically it's going to give you some extra room inside of it. It's not a very trim fitting fleece. Simply because it gives you the versatility to wear this as an outer layer. So if you want to put on a light jacket underneath it, you can. You have some room here and it is kind of stretchy. So a heavier fleece underneath it, or perhaps a lightweight insulating jacket under this will fit. So a very cool piece if you're interested in trying something like that out. As I said, it's kind of really versatile. It can be used as a soft shell, as an outer layer, so it gives you a little bigger fit. However, it's still not that big, baggy, and bulky, so if you want to wear this as a layer underneath an insulated jacket, underneath a hard shell, underneath another soft shell, you certainly can do that. And just to wrap this up and kind of give you one last thought on this, I want to put on the Ascender Summit fleece and use that as my insulation layer, and then put this Ascender Pro fleece on top of it so you can see how it'll fit with a layer. All right? So I have this right here. Let's do it. And then I'll take that off and we'll tell you all about this Ascender Summit fleece jacket. All right. All right, here we go. So I know it's like wearing a fleece, over a fleece. However, as I will just tell you here in a few minutes, this Ascender Summit jacket is a little more than just a fleece as well. So you'll get a good idea of what that's all about. But here you go, okay? This is a nice fit, like no problem here. And this is gonna be really warm, especially on those colder winter days. If you wanna wear, either one of these as a layer underneath an insulated jacket or another, hard shell, soft shell, absolutely. Okay, so I just wanted to give you an idea here of how this fits. The Ascender Pro with a layer underneath it. Okay? All right, so let's then move on to the Ascender Summit fleece. I gotta say that this Ascender Pro is a very cool jacket. Definitely a technical piece. It's going to be great for your climbers, even ski touring, all kinds of mountaineering, high output activities. Durable fleece, wind resistant fleece, definitely really nice. Now that being said, this is the Ascender Summit jacket. Now I gotta say, of all the Ascender fleeces that Rab makes, the 4 of them right now, this is my favorite, okay? Just personally. Now, if you are a climber, that may be your best choice. This is a great choice. Again, it depends on your needs, but this is gonna be also an awesome jacket for you. Again, another fleece jacket that's gonna be designed for colder winter climbs. Again, ski touring, hiking, mid-layer, all kinds of mountaineering. So let's get into this. Basically, this is a fleece that has a grid pattern inside it. It's a smaller grid, but it also has this Pertex Quantum Air fabric over the front, over the top half of the sleeves, and in the back. All right, that's gonna provide breathability, but wind-proof, okay? It's gonna be very, very wind resistant. Now, it also has these fleece panels that are going to run up here on the underside of the sleeve, under the arm, and all the way down the sides. It also has the fleece, plain fleece panel on the top half of the hood, and the bottom half of the hood all is covered with that Pertex Quantum Air fabric. So again, if you're going to wear a helmet with this, it's going to go over top of the hood. And you know, the helmet will provide you more protection over just the fleece, but on the bottom half of the hood here, you have that Pertex Quantum Air to help keep you warmer and block that cold wind from hitting your neck. So a really great insulating fleece here. Now, what also makes this fleece extremely unique and awesome is the fact that inside here we have this very soft material. So basically they call it the PrimaLoft Evolve lining. So it's kind of just like a pile fleece inside, okay? So it definitely is going to add extra warmth. So if you can, here, let me take this off for you real quick and hold it up so we can see what's going on. So here in the jacket, we have that fleece, that Evolve, PrimaLoft Evolve lining throughout the entire body, right? Except for down the side. So you can see where that fleece panel is down the side, and it goes under the arms. And again, the top half, let me hold this open for you. The top half of the sleeve has the Pertex Quantum Air and the PrimaLoft Evolve fabric here on the top half, and the bottom half is simply just that grid fleece. So again, if I turn it inside out, you can see here what we have, okay? So this is definitely a warm piece. It's definitely going to be made for colder winter conditions. So really, really nice. All right. Very breathable as well. These linings like this, while adding a lot of warmth, also is very breathable. So very cool, right? This is a really neat piece. I was really surprised by this, not knowing really what to expect when I ordered it, but really neat. Now this fleece here, let me go over this. All right, this has one single chest pocket up here. It's kind of put up on an angle, but this opens up and we have a nice soft pocket here. It's definitely a good size pocket. It goes all the way up here to the shoulder and down to, down to here. So a nice sized pocket here. And it also has two nice pockets here on the side of the fleece. They are not like fleece lined, but they are nice and soft. It does have a softer material inside. The backing, the back side of this Primaloft Evolve lining is just a soft material. So when you put your hands in the pockets here, you feel the back of that material here on your palm. And then the top half over the top part of your hand is kind of like a mesh material, just that breathable mesh material. This same mesh material that is in the pockets here. All right, so while they're not like super fleece lined, warm, soft fuzzy pockets, they're definitely going to provide some warmth, being that they are going to have the Pertex Quantum Air fabric on the top to block the wind, and a nice soft feel here on your palm side. Maybe not the warmest pockets ever, but they're nice, two nice pockets here. Now the other thing with this fleece that is a little bit different from the Pro version here is that this is a trim fit. This definitely has a very slim fit, more designed to be worn under another jacket, right? Under another insulated jacket, under a soft shell, under a hard shell. Definitely a nice trim fit. However, even though it's trim with all these nice fleece panels down the sides here, it is not going to restrict you in movement as well. So a very, very nice jacket. Again, if you're climbing, skiing, high output activities, in colder weather, this is going to be an amazing piece for you. So I definitely really like this. Now this piece here does not have any pull cord adjustments on the bottom. It does have an elastic band around it. And being that it is a trim fitting piece, it's not very big and baggy and bulky on the bottom for allowing a lot of air to come up anyway. And the cuffs here just have an elastic, little stretchy band around it. Now the other thing with these cuffs that are a little bit different than on the Pro one is that these actually have thumb loops. All right, so this is providing thumb loops here. So that's a really nice feature too, to help keep your hands a little warmer. And if you are climbing and reaching, it helps to keep the sleeves from, creeping up your arms. So a nice piece here, again, for colder weather. So I really like the features of this. Like I said, I kind of like this one a little bit better. This is my favorite Ascender fleece, simply because I like these warm, soft linings inside. So this great piece because, again, it's going to provide you warmth. It's going to provide you with breathability where you need it, right? Under your arms, down your sleeves. It's going to be flexible. It's going to allow a lot of stretch and movement. Really, really neat. I mean, these are really nice fleeces. Okay, so let me weigh this one for you so you can get an idea of what this weighs. All right. All right, so here we have 380 grams. It basically weighs about the same as the Ascender Pro. All right, so let's try this again. $380 grams. So while this has a little thicker, heavier insulation inside of it, which will add a little more weight, it's a much more trim fitting jacket, so there's probably like a little less material here. And the fleece on it, this lighter weight grid fleece inside here is nice and soft and warm, but it is, probably a little bit lighter than this material here is overall. Okay, so again, this has the nice big fleece grid pattern in certain areas, and then other areas it's just a lighter fabric for more breathability, lighter weight, and great for movement and stretch. Two really nice pieces here. These are definitely, very unique, they're great. They're really nice pieces. Compared to the other two Ascender fleeces in my part 1 video, right? The Ascender Lightweight and the Ascender, they're basically, they're nice, but they're basically just fleece jackets, where these take it to another level. They're a little bit more technical and designed specifically more for climbing, skiing, mountaineering. So really, really great pieces here. All right, so thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope it helped you out, answered some questions, and introduced you to these two really nice pieces here from Rab. So again, if you're new here to the channel, I have a ton of videos here, probably close to 400 at this point, a little over 400, including all the shorts. But we look at all different types of outdoor apparel, from hiking, trekking, climbing, skiing, snowboarding, camping, fishing, and sailing, right? What to wear when we're out there doing all that stuff. So all kinds of jackets, base layers, pants. We get into some boots, backpacks, and even sunglasses. So really cool stuff. And it ties into a website that I have called Me and My Jackets. So you might want to check that out. If you like the video and like what we're doing here, please, hit that little thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, take a look around, take some time. I have all the videos broken up into different playlists here to help you find things a little bit easier. So if you're looking for more information on Rab jackets and stuff, products, go up to the playlist, pick up Rab products, and bang, you'll have all my videos there. All right, I also have a Buy Me a Coffee page. I offer all kinds of extra stuff on there as well. I absolutely really appreciate any support, with the Buy Me a Coffee thing, or, subscribing, hitting the like button. I thank you very much for watching the video and for your support here on my channel. Thank you very much, and we'll have another video again for you soon. Take care. Bye.